Killer whales have been observed trying to feed humans at least 32 times. Yes, researchers who have been observing the whales have had the whales come up to them and try to give gifts. They'll sit and observe a ship and then come back with something like a seal, sometimes seaweed, sometimes jellyfish. Orcas are very intelligent creatures, and they've been observed engaging in odd behaviors with humans. Groups of orcas have also been attacking ships and even sinking them. This may be related to negative experiences with orcas and ships, and ones that have been hunted by people. So they view the ship as a threat, and will then try to sink it. This behavior has been observed amongst male adolescents, and they'll even teach each other how to sink the ship and where to attack on it. Giving gifts to people has been associated with research ships that have not harmed the orcas, so they may just be curious and trying to make friends. They may even think that humans are cute, and they might be trying to make a pet of sorts. As for what's going on in the orca's head, we haven't developed EEGs for orcas, so we don't know exactly what they're identifying about people. It just seems that this behavior is associated with people that are not a threat to their well-being. Orcas are also among the only animals that we know of, aside from people, who wear fashion. Yes, in the 1980s, a young adolescent female orca was seen wearing a salmon as a hat. When they encountered other pods, other adolescent females would see the salmon hat and would start wearing it themselves. The trends even change. At times, a tuna as a hat is the fashionable statement. Interestingly, we see these aberrant behaviors coming from essentially teenagers. We see the rebellious behavior of attacking ships and the rebellious behavior of wearing a fish as a hat. Of course, fashion trends are cyclical, so we are once again seeing salmon as being orca fashionable. The only other animals, aside from ourselves, that wear fashion statements are chimpanzees. They can be seen fashioning plants behind their ear. Behaviors like these can spread, and a trend is started. There may be other examples of fashion that we're just not familiar with because we've never observed it. I'm guessing there probably are if it's seen between such different animals. This is thought to occur in animals that are social and also live in hierarchies. So wearing something as a fashion statement could tell others that you are important. Of course, we also have seen orangutans spear hunting after observing humans using spears to catch fish. They try to do it too. What these behaviors do demonstrate is a degree of consciousness. We consider consciousness to be a perception of self as separate from others. It's largely a philosophical question because it's very hard to demonstrate. The mirror test was the one that had been used. That's whether or not you can identify yourself in a mirror, and children don't until they're a few months old. That would make newborns not conscious. Do not confuse that with the medical definition of consciousness, which is alert and responsive. Determining whether or not an animal has the perception of self is just a difficult thing to do. And even fish can be trained to use the mirror test, and dogs, if they're familiar with the mirror, can be trained to recognize themselves. My cat will sit in front of a mirror and push her ears down and just watch, and when I walk in the room, she'll look at me and then dart and yowl like she was embarrassed about the whole thing. So why do you think orcas are trying to feed people?